So, welcome to this AWS course. And today we are going to learn about how to unload the data from Redshift database. In the last video session, we have learned how to load the data. So we have some uh, called like S3 bucket. And in the last video, I'm talking about the last video session. In the last video session, we have S3 bucket, and in the S3 bucket, what we have done, we uploaded some file, and from that file we have loaded to the database. Here we are going to do just ulta. Just opposite. The meaning of this means here I have this Redshift database, and in the Redshift database, we have some schema, that is the public schema, and we have one table, that is the employee table. If you will go and select this, you will able to get like how many no data. Wait, it will give the result, but it is taking a little bit time. Okay, now it is done. So you can see it is showing like some data is already there into this employee table. How much data? Just we will check that also. So we have like 1,000 entry is there into this employee table. Okay, what we are going to do, we are taking this data from this and going to put in our Redshift in this S3 bucket. So of course, as a DBA, like in the last video session, I have explained how to create the S3 bucket, how to give the permission and all. But as a DBA, at a Redshift DBA, you don't have to create these things like S3 bucket and all. Everything will be created, right? So what you will get like request, please just unload the data, means please take the data and keep it for the 1 year, like that request it will come, right? Because maybe you are working on the data warehouse, so you have to keep this data, or otherwise you have to load into the S3 bucket, and from there you are loading some other database, right? So directly you are not loading from this dev to some database. What you are going to do, you have some development server, you are taking the data, putting into S3 bucket, then after again what you taken this data and putting into the S3 bucket, and after this from S3 bucket you are loading into some other database. Maybe this is the development database or QA database, whatever it is. So like this, in this will happen into the real time. So how to do this? This is a very simple command. You can see just here you have to write whenever you are loading the data from S3, you are writing the copy command. If you want to unload the data, means from the employee table you want to keep into the S3 bucket, you have to write unload, right? Unload from where you want to unload, you from here to you want to unload from this employee table. So this is the dev is the database, this public is the schema, and this is the table name, right? Two, where you want to load, you want to load from unload here. This is nothing but it is your S3 bucket, right? So if you want to see what is your S3 bucket, sorry, it is not okay. You go to here. If you will go to the bucket, you will see this one is demo my S3 and given the today name. Inside that it is the one directory has been created, that is a keep 1 year, and that date it is given like from this date to 1 year you should not has to delete. And if you go inside that, so this is the actual path, right? Here only we have to generate the file, right? So if you want, you can copy the S3 link, right? So if I will going to paste it here, it is going to give the same only S3 demo my whatever it is there, then keep for 1 year, blah blah blah. And after that I given the name of that file, which file I want to save, right? If you are not going to give, then also it will going to generate it, right? Then after that, next is IAM role, because whatever work we are doing, it's through the IAM role. So how we will check the IAM role? So you go to your site. Of course, this in the real time, you now here I am showing you go and check this S3 bucket, this one. Then I'm showing you go to this Amazon Redshift and check this IAM role and all, right? I am just explaining here, but into the real time you will not get this web portal access. This everything is not possible. They will not give you the access. They will just provide you the all detail, and you have to create your script and you have to run, right? And you have to send the screenshot. So okay, anyhow, so I think this line is no problem. This one is also I have explained. Now come to the IAM role where you have got this. So from this one you go to here and okay, just go to the Amazon Redshift. First I will start from beginning, and you can see this is the cluster. You just click on the cluster and then go to, where is this property, I think. Go to the property, go down, and this all you can see here. This is the VPC and whatever we have taken, that all detail it is there. Now this is the IAM role. This only IAM role only I have copied from here, because this IAM role I have associated with that cluster, right? And whatever it's having the access, it's having these three access, right? And you can copy the sorry, if you want you can copy this one. Okay, copy, and I'm pasting here just for your purpose. And this is the same thing, only you can see ARN, then this is the 6 3, this is the same, then role, then everything you will see that is the same thing, only whatever you are seeing here, this is the same. So this one you have to copy IAM role, then you have to give like format as CSV, then delimiter you have to give, then this is this, then you have to write that parallel is equal to off, or if you want you can create on, then it is a multiple file it is going to create, and then that's it. So if you are going to execute this, right, if you are going to execute, so what is going to be happen? It is executed successfully. And if I will go to my S3 bucket, and if I will refresh this my S3 bucket, let's see what you will get here. Okay, it is loading. Now you will see it is created the file. Type is CSV, and this file you will be able to see why it is created, because you ran this all data from employee, it is taken and it is saved into this file. So if you'll go here and try to download this, so you can see somewhere, okay, this here is the download button. You can download this, and if you want to read this file what it is, so you can open with the notepad. Just wait for, okay, now you'll be able to see this whole data, it is going to be imported here, right? So this is 1,000 of entries there, that's why it is taking time. Okay, just we have to remove this, why it is came here. Okay, so don't save. So now I'm closing this. So I hope, I hope you understood how we can unload the data, right? And real time, if just think, this is the production server. If you are getting like some request, this is that's it. Why I am teaching you this load and unload the data, because in real time you can automate these things. How you are going to automate? Like the request will come, please go and refresh the schema. Like this schema, we have only one table, right? Maybe in real time it's having the 100 of table, or like 50 table or 20 table. It is very difficult, one by one you cannot do it, right? So you will write some code like in this way. You can take the data. Think this is DEV is the production database. You can take this data, and all is in the schema. In this schema, whatever table is there, maybe 20 30, all you have to take from here and you have to keep into the S3 bucket. And after that, from S3 bucket you have to load the other database. Like that, people will refresh it, refresh the database. That one we will see into the later video session, not now. I hope it is clear like how to unload the data. Thanks for watching this video. Please continuous watch my next video session. And one more thing, if you want to learn PowerShell automation for the SQL Server, please go through my Udemy course. If you want to create any HTML health report, you can go through this course. If you want to learn any T-SQL programming, please go and visit this course. If you want any advanced level of PowerShell scripting for the SQL Server DBA, go with the professional one. And if you want to learn the cloud, so you can go with this course. And if you want to learn Azure cloud on the platform as a services, please you can take this course. Thanks for watching this video. Please continuously watch my video. Thank you so much.